Yo, what's up guys, the Goblin, and today what I have for you guys is a nice little gameplay here. It's just a K.E.M strike in like 4 minutes with the Vector on the map Freight, and this isn't part of my K.E.M strike with every SMG series, which I'll be starting tomorrow. This is just a separate little tip video that I want to give you guys, and I wanted to put out because lots of people always ask me for tips and stuff like that, and that's what my channel is kind of based off. At least part of it is giving tips for how to do better at Call of Duty, especially when the new game just comes out. So I'm going to give you guys the 3 biggest tips, or the 3 most important tips to being good at Call of Duty. And all of these tips I've talked about on my channel before, and if you're a good player, you'll probably know most of these tips, but you really got to stress these. Even for good players, it helps to hear them, and this is just a really okay K.E.M strike, by the way, in the gameplay. So I'm going to go through each tip, and I'm going to talk about it. So these are the top 3 tips, not in any order, of how to improve your Call of Duty game or how to exceed in Call of Duty. So the first tip is a very simple one. You got to have a good class loadout. If you guys don't know good class loadouts, you can copy any of mine. I have different class setup videos on my channel, which you can look up, and lots of people always ask my class setups. You can basically watch the video and steal some of your favorite YouTubers' class setups. I don't think they're going to mind. There's no copyright on classes, and definitely run them, because if your favorite YouTuber is running them and dropping chems with them, then you should be able to run it and play fairly well with it as well, depending on your skill level and stuff like that, and if it's the right gun for you on the right map, which obviously, you know, by choosing the right class setup, I don't mean just picking one class and using it in every map or every situation. I mean finding the right class for each different situation. That's what I mean by that one point. Class loadout means so much in this game, and so much in every Call of Duty. And I remember, like, that's one of the things when I go over to my friend's house, I look at their classes, and all their classes are complete shit. They're like LMGs with freaking ACOG. Like, why are you using that when you can use a Vector with a silencer extended mags? Like, you know, you guys know what I mean. Your class setup is hugely important. The second tip I'm going to give you guys is always aim down sights around corners where you think there might be an engagement. As you watch my gameplay here, I don't know if there's going to be engagements here, but when I come around this corner right here, I'm going to come around aiming down sights, and that's going to help me win that gunfight. And I made a video back on this in MW3, and I've talked about this so many times, is when you go around a corner and you think there might be a gunfight, you got to have that aim down sights ready, and it's going to save your ass so many times, because many noobs, they don't know that. They don't know these 3 basic tips, and they're not going to have their aim down sights ready, so you're going to be able to wreck them. And it seems weird of me aiming down sights around every single corner, or not everyone, but you know, everyone where I think there's going to be engagement, where I hear an enemy, or just a common spot. When you play the game a lot, you'll know common spots where enemies are going to be, and when you come around corners like that, you're going to want to know, and you're going to know when to aim down sights. Here the enemies get a Juggernaut, so I'm like, I better get out of here, so I make a quick dash for it, and I think I had Marathon and Agility on too, so I was able to run out quickly. But definitely aim down sight around every corner where you think there's an engagement, and have a good class loadout. And the final tip I'm going to give you guys, that's a huge one, is know the spawns. And that's why you'll see lots of people struggling with the game when it first comes out, or with a new map on the map pack, is they don't know the spawns. But once you learn the spawns, and you learn usually in domination, there's 3 or 4 points that they can spawn depending on which flags they have. So say you have some people in A domination, there's 3 or 4 main strong spawn points that they're going to spawn in, and then there's 2 or 3 side ones which aren't as strong, but if you have like 2 or 3 of your teammates in the strong ones, they're going to rotate to those weaker spawn points. Basically, if you know the strong spawn points for each side of the map, you're going to do fairly well in domination. And if you know the weaker ones, which are a bit hard to figure out, like I'm still figuring out all the weak spawns for domination on this game, and I have like 3 days played, but if you know that, that's going to be huge. And if you can incorporate these 3 tips into your game, even if you're a beginner player to Call of Duty, they will help you so much. And even if you're a more advanced player and you can already drop chems and double chems, these will be the things that will save your ass, and that will make that little difference if you incorporate these into your game. Like when I'm struggling, I will watch some of my own tip videos, funny or not, and I will try and incorporate these. Like these 3 tips are the main ones that I'll focus if I'm ever struggling in a game. I always make sure I'm aiming down sights, and I'm thinking about that. Make sure I'm using the most try-hard class setup to make sure I got my headset cranked up. And then that's another tip, I guess, if you guys want a little a bonus tip, is to, you know, wear a headset, especially in this game. In Black Ops 2, it didn't matter. Headsets are huge in this game. And make sure you know the spawns. Learn the spawns by watching videos is the main way that I learn spawns. So hopefully you guys did enjoy this video. Drop a like on it, and as always, subscribe for a cookie. And don't looky, I'm out. Peace.